start this off with the Vasiliy Lomachenko fight. Great fight, man. I mean, let me tell you something. I'm a big high-tech guy. I'm a big Loma guy because the dude has done something that not a lot of athletes have done. He's one of those had a coveted career in the amateurs, started fighting, became a professional late because these guys in the amateurs, like in Russia and stuff like that, they fight for a very long time because they fight for the country. So he once he came on the scene in the United States and in the professional boxing scene, this kid was the man. He's gone up and down because he lost to Teofilo Stevenson, but they came back. I mean, Teofilo Lopez, but he came back and kind of like, avenge that revenge. And I think this Haney fight was huge because it was his last shot at like undisputed title. You know what I'm saying? He wanted it to put that last, notch on his belt, right? This guy's Lomachenko is a 2-time Olympic gold medal, titles in 3 divisions, was recognized at one point as the best pound-for-pound fighter. He's 35 years old. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. Haney is the next guy up. He's actually been the man right now. He beat Kambosos convincingly. Haney is one of those guys that wants his respect. He came into this fight as the aggressor, as the guy, as being he took the role of the villain here, shoving Lomachenko in the pre-fight weigh-in. Look, it was just, he was being the guy that's saying, I want my respect. I get Haney. Haney is not recognizing this game as good as Lomachenko, and everybody is definitely giving Lomachenko his flowers and not appreciating Haney's greatness, which is what he's accomplished, which, look, Haney, you got to give Haney credit. He's not that entertaining boxing as Lomachenko. He's a very, he's got to go to the body. He's not going to knock you out. He's not going to throw punches in bunches. But at the end of the day, he's a really good fighter, and he wants respect. And that's usually what happens when you fight Hall of Famers like Lomachenko. Jumping into this fight, the fight was a unanimous decision giving to Haney. Let me give you the scores, right? Haney, 112. It was 116 to 112, 115 to 113, and another judge cut it 115 to 113. I saw this fight last night. Honestly, this was not a unanimous decision, right? I'm going to give you my take on why. First and foremost, this should have either been, at worst, a draw, because it was a very even fight, right? There were some rounds that could have gone either way, depending on your taste and flavor for the boxing match. Are you the guy that goes for the aggressor, the guy that pushes forward? Are you a guy that goes for the I'm sorry. Man, I've been fighting a cold this whole week. Are you a fan of the guy that likes the individual that throws a lot of punches? You the guy that connects? Are you the individual that that likes the boxer that makes the connections and the punches that show the most damage? Whatever, right? This fight had it all. You had some different fight styles. You had Lomachenko, who's a very active fighter. Haney, who's a more calculated. I'm going to go to the body. I'm going to go and play some defense. I'm going to make it dirty. All right. So this is kind of back and forth. Both guys were trying to insert their styles, and they both did. And there was a couple of rounds could have gone either way. But my take on this, the reason why I say it should have been a draw, at least, should never been a unanimous decision. However, I had Lomachenko winning the fight. And I'm going to tell you why I had Lomachenko winning the fight. And the reason why he should have won the fight, or maybe this should have been a draw. All right. To me, Lomachenko was the aggressor over and over again throughout the fight. He's the one pushing forward round after round. All right. He was the busier fighter. So he was the aggressor. He was throwing a lot more punches. To me, he was hitting more combinations, connecting more combinations than Haney. It was a very low percentage connection fight overall. But to me, he was definitely connecting more than Haney. Overall percentage of connection, Haney had 27%, threw 405 punches, landed 110. Lomachenko, again, the busier fighter, threw 564 punches, landed 124 punches. That's 14 more punches than Haney, 22% connection rate. Again, Lomachenko was busier. He was the aggressor. He was the one moving forward and backing down Haney. That's what I saw. All right, he landed more punches and he threw more punches. That's the kind of fighter I like to see. Next, Lomachenko never looked hurt or wobbled. I don't think Haney looked hurt in a sense of getting knocked out. However, he did look unstable at a couple of rounds, and I'm going to show you a clip around 10, around 11. And from the receiving ends of a lot of flurries from Lomachenko. And the reason why is this: look, Lomachenko, both guys did not connect a lot of jabs because they were throwing a lot of combinations, man. So the jab game was only like a 9 difference, but Lomachenko threw 250. Power punches. Lomachenko threw 314, landed 95. Haney threw 217. That's almost 100 less than Lomachenko, landed 90. So the percentage is higher. So I think that's what the judges saw. But what I saw is Lomachenko had Haney on at least 2 occasions on a position where he overwhelmed them with combinations and made him look a little unstable on his feet. Not to get knocked out, but if it was a puncher with more power than Lomachenko, who's not recognized, who's not known for his power, he would have definitely put Haney on his ass. But again, that's what I saw. I never saw Lomachenko unstable at all. Yes, there were some connections by Haney, but I think Lomachenko had Haney unstable on his feet for a couple of times. So that's where I see. That's where I see the difference maker on why I think Lomachenko should have won. I think it was a busier fighter. He was the aggressor. Right? He landed more punches. He threw more punches. I'm not saying that Haney fought a bad fight. I didn't say it was close. But basically, this should have been a draw. At worst, not a unanimous decision. But I do give Lomachenko the edge, and Lomachenko should have won this fight. That's my take. That's on me. That's my book there. So here we go. So here, this is round 7. One of the rounds that I saw Haney get unstable. It was a good round. I think it was back and forth here. Now take a look at Lomachenko. This is round 8. He hit him there. And then look at Lomachenko. That's where they kind of looked at Haney. Look at Lomachenko kind of move forward. He's the one attacking most of the time. Haney is throwing, but Haney's backing out most of the fight. Here's Lomachenko jab. Watch the flurry of combinations in round 10 right here. And I kind of picked this. But this is the round that I think Haney was actually, look, he was unstable. This happened in a couple of rounds. He got hit there. Look at his face, mouth open. And, of course, Haney tied up a lot. Lomachenko definitely overwhelmed him with punches. Here we go. Another jab hard. All this to me that made the most impact were from Lomachenko. Haney's head was moved back a lot, all right? A lot of this combination happened and forth. So what you just saw here was a lot of combinations that, to me, Lomachenko was able to put on. So yeah, I honestly saw him be the more active fighter, and to me, connected to more combinations. Lomachenko was robbed in my book. I'm telling you, Lomachenko was robbed in my book. It's what I have to say. It is what it is. They should run it back. I think Lomachenko should run this back, and knowing that he could definitely hit Haney and Haney's power is not going to affect him, they should run this back 100%. Absolutely run it back 100%. Great fight, by the way, though. I'm not taking anything away from the fight. The fight was awesome. It was a back and forth fight. Again, I would have been happy with a draw. I don't think it was the right decision to give Haney a unanimous decision. I'm not saying it should have been a split decision. Should have been Lomachenko or a draw. That's the bottom line. It was a back and forth fight, not as convincing as those scores given by the judges. Yo!